Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Tajh Goswami and I'm a life and career coach based in Atlanta, Georgia. Today I wanted to share some tips with you if you work from home on how to maintain work-life balance. So let's go ahead and get started. Tip number 1, move. Sitting is the new smoking. Based on a 2019 Heart Foundation study of over 800,000 people, it found that those who sit for prolonged periods of time have 149% increased chances of strokes and heart attacks. So you have to find time during your day when you're working from home to move. So obviously, one of the most common sense solutions to this problem is to get a standing desk. And I'll put a link in my bio for one of my favorite standing desks, totally unsponsored. But even with that, you have to be a little bit careful because when I'm standing at a desk, I can, lean in awkward positions, and there have been days where I experience a little bit of back pain or shoulder pain because of my awkward positioning. So just be careful with that. But something that I've really loved doing, and I've been working from home since almost 2013, 2014, one of my favorite practices that I include in my daily kind of schedule is walking meetings. So going on walks while I'm on the call. So obviously this only works if you are just actively listening. If you have to present or you have to look at a screen or presentation, this may not work. But if you just have to actively listen and you have a cell phone that you can call into your meeting, just go outside, go for a walk. And if that's not possible, if you're tethered to your computer, you have to look at a presentation, then you can, if you have a treadmill, put that laptop on your treadmill and start walking. But in any way, shape, or form, try and move throughout your day. At the very least, if none of those are possible, try and schedule ample stretch breaks throughout your day. You can set up a little timer on your phone that'll go off every hour, 2 hours, and just take a 5-minute stretch break. Step away from your computer and stretch. Look outside. Do a quick circle in your living room if that's all you have time for. But some sort of movement will go a long way. Tip number 2, set a defined work schedule and create a designated workspace. So let's start with schedule first. It's so tempting when you're working from home to reach for your phone or your laptop whenever it buzzes, letting you know that there's an email to respond to or a Slack message. Don't do that to yourself. It can absolutely wait. Obviously, there's going to be exceptions and there's going to be time-sensitive deadlines that you need to, kind of attend to on a case-by-case basis. But on a regular basis, you shouldn't be replying to your emails or messages throughout the day, around the clock. So for me, my stop time is 6 p.m. Any message or email that I get after that will just wait until the following morning, and I don't check it until around 7:30 or 8 o'clock. So any messages that come in between that time, they just have to wait. You have to create that boundary or you will be in this cycle of working around the clock, and it will take a toll on your physical health and your mental health, believe me. A special tip if you are a manager or a senior leader in your company. If you are sending emails or messages to your team at 11 p.m., 12 a.m., 1 a.m., while talking to them about work-life balance, you're sending completely mixed signals. You're sending the message that I expect you to reply at any given point in time throughout the day. I have access to your time whenever I want it because you work from home. right? That's the message that you're sending. And it's the complete opposite of work-life balance. So despite the fact that we're all working from home, it doesn't mean that we have 24-hour continuous access to each other in order to conduct business or ask work-related questions. So the second part of tip number 2 is to create a designated workspace. So if you ideally have the space in your home for a home office, that is phenomenal. I'm really happy for you. It's great that you can, close the door, be in work mode, open the door, and be at home and go back to your private life, your family life. That's an ideal situation. However, if you're like me and you're in a one-bedroom apartment, sometimes your kitchen nook becomes your office space, and that's completely fine. As long as you are able to mentally separate that space from the rest of your home, that's all that matters. So when I start to creep into my bedroom and I find myself, on the bed replying to emails, or I, slither onto my counter space and it's a space where I eat my meals, I'm starting to do, work on my laptop, I stop myself immediately. Not allowed. I take that laptop, everything back to my workspace, and that is the only place where I'm allowed to work. Everywhere else is my space, personal space. Work is not allowed. Tip number 3, self-care. So I know you're probably so over this word. Everyone uses it. But here's what self-care means to me as it relates to work-life balance when you're working from home. First and foremost, naps. Yes, naps. I love taking a quick 5 to 10 minute nap, power nap, after a brain-numbing meeting. There is nothing that revives me more than a quick nap after a meeting like that. So most people do it, they just don't talk about it. I'm just here to tell you that I do it and I'm willing to talk about it and encourage it. So quick naps, highly encourage it. Second, create designated meal times for yourself. If you have a super busy schedule like me where it's back-to-back meetings, you have to create those calendar blocks where you can say lunch break, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you need, but no one is allowed to schedule a meeting at that time. That is your time to eat, to nourish yourself, to nourish your body with delicious food, and not be rushed to eat it. Have that designated time to enjoy your meal. The last tip in my self-care bucket is to do some quick breathing or meditation throughout your day, 2 to 5 minutes. It can be almost, if not more, restorative than a full-blown nap. And in my last video, I have a very simple breathing technique that we can do together. And after you do it once or twice, you'll be able to do it on your own. But I found that just carving out very small pockets of time throughout my day in between meetings to connect with my breath, do some deep breathing exercises are equally, if not more, restorative than a full-blown nap. So just to summarize the 3 tips, first tip is to move. Include some form of movement throughout your day while you're working from home. The second tip is to create a defined schedule and designated workspace. And the third tip was self-care, which includes naps, meditation, pretty much anything that you find restorative to you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And also feel free to let me know what additional topics you want me to cover in my videos. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.